Welcome to this introduction to textile art design and fashion at Ulster. We're going to begin with a quote from one of our recent graduates, describing how she felt on the course. Amazing lecturers with a breadth of knowledge and always positive and happy to help. I feel like you could have asked them any question and get the answer needed. A great atmosphere to work in and amazing workshops and facilities. Lecturers went above and beyond to make sure you were happy with the course and teaching, giving their all to make it an amazing experience. So what we're going to cover today are some things you might want to know about. Why would you study at Ulster? What will you learn when you're with us? How would you be taught? Where will you be taught? Some information about the careers of recent graduates, some future careers, and what do some of our employers think about our course. So here's some work from recent graduates in textile art design and fashion. So why would you study at Ulster? Well, we're slightly different from lots of other courses. We have excellent facilities, so we have 5 specialist workshops. Each one's equipped with a range of kit from domestic to hand to digital to get you industry ready. We have really amazing specialist expertise, with each workshop supported by a specialist technician and an academic member of staff. And we have dedicated modules to help you with your future careers. And we have really good industry connections across a wide range of industry and civic and community organisations. We have amazing studio spaces, dialabs, shared learning hubs, a great library, employability support and wellbeing services that are all now on the Belfast campus. So everything you need is all on that York Street campus, which is fantastic. But the thing that really sets us apart is the way our students can individualise the course. They can be textile artists, they can be textile designers, they can be fashion designers. So we're all about students choosing pathways, making choices. We have a wide variety of approaches. The course is adaptable and our students are adaptable. And as you navigate your way through the course, you choose your specialism and you choose your approach to that specialism. And that really makes us stand out from other courses. That range of options for you to personalise your journey through our course. So our degree is designed to give you the skills and experiences needed to start your career as a confident and happy person. Our degrees are 3 years and there's an optional paid placement or study abroad year. Our first year is all about gaining a solid knowledge of the history and theory and the exciting background and future context of textiles and fashion, and also a really good fundamental skills grounding in everything we have to offer, all our workshops and drawing and CAD, all those things. Second year, it's about beginning to choose, beginning to specialise, beginning to identify your pathway and your future career. Then there's an optional placement year, and then final year, you're designing your own major project. You're doing a graduate skills module and you're writing a dissertation or creating a market report, depending on how your career choices are. We teach you in loads of different ways. We work on special projects, we work in large groups and in small groups. We work in our studios, workshops, in our shared spaces. We go on visits, we do lectures and seminars and critiques. We have lots and lots of practical classes. We have one-to-one teaching. We're on campus. We're also online because that supports the work you do on campus. In large groups, in small groups, and all together. We collaborate with each other. We're very responsive and bring in new projects all the time. So our learning approach, it's all about knowing, doing and being. It's really important that you're developing practical skills. And through developing those skills, you gain the confidence, the experience and the knowledge to go out there into the world. course has a very embedded approach to sustainability. So every student on our course learns about changes and adopts a much more ethical and sustainable approach to their work than perhaps students did in the past. So we've got some fantastic examples of projects where we link with industry or we link with the community to create work that's using dead stock, that's using roll ends, where everybody's thinking very, very creatively about the provenance and the use of their fabrics. You all know that that's incredibly important for the future, a sustainable approach to developing your career. So this year we've been working in collaboration with Belfast City Council and Fashion Forever Northern Ireland to think about darning and reusing and repairing, reimagining and regenerating, mending and darning and recreating for a sustainable future. So we have projects like that going on every year. The history and theory, the research and writing around our subject is very important. So we bring in curators and artists and designers all the time to talk about their work. This is an example of a visit from the curator at the Ulster Folk and Transport Museum, bringing in a huge collection of work to illustrate those fantastic histories that we have. So history theory is incredibly important, as is our professional practice modules. We have one in second year and one in final year that are about opening up the possibilities of a career in textiles and fashion and the broader creative industries. And then in graduate skills, in final year, the students are getting graduate ready. They're creating portfolios, 5-year plans to launch themselves into the world. So we're opening up that knowledge about what is possible, the huge range of possibilities with a textiles and fashion degree. We have placement opportunities and lots of people coming in to talk about their careers too. So lots of real world experience. Our students then are confident enough to apply for opportunities as they arise. So we have here students of ours winning travelling awards and financial assistance awards because they're confident enough to see an application coming in and applying and winning routinely, which is really exciting. So skill is at the heart of what we do. We have 5 specialist workshops, each one supported by a technician and a lecturer. So there's always support around when you need it. Everybody then begins to specialise in second year. But we also support those students who are kind of in between our specialist areas really, who are a bit of several different things. So mixed media practice is important too. So the students who are not going down a particular route, who might have an art approach or a designer maker approach, are also supported, and here's some examples of that kind of work. So each student can decide to develop their work as an artist, as a designer or a designer maker in any of our areas. So we have 5 specialist workshops. We have weave, we have printed textiles, which also incorporates dye and laser cutting. We have knit. We have garment construction. And we have embroidery. And all of these workshops have a range of kit from digital, so lots of people working on Adobe Photoshop and Illustrator, creating work digitally, and also industrial machines and hand techniques too. So we're very, very responsive to the kind of work students want to do. We also have studios where we draw, we paint, we do colour work, we bring people in, we run big projects, we create artwork. So we do some quite large colour theory, mark making, drawing, design, mood boards, presentation in our studio spaces and in our shared spaces. So we're all about working together, about learning from each other, about coming together, exploring that expertise, testing ourselves, pushing, being a bit experimental, but being together, working in lots of different ways. So we have lots of opportunities on the course. So Thomas Irwin, one of our graduates, was featured in the Stitch Through Time that was on television recently, and we have several graduates who are involved in that programme, and we have more coming up. We have an annual fashion show for the students who are focusing on work for the body, and that will happen soon on the Belfast campus. That's a highlight of the year, along with our degree show. Because we're now out of the pandemic, we're able to go on visits again. So this was a recent visit to Dublin to showcase. So we'll build more of that. So where will you be taught? You taught on the fantastic new Belfast campus, a brand new campus which is located in Belfast Cathedral Quarter. It's a bustling cultural centre, modern state-of-the-art facilities, and it accommodates 15,000 students. So Textile Art, Design and Fashion has always been on the Belfast campus. We're on the first floor of the Burley building. But what's exciting for us now is that now that the new big campus is there, all the facilities are there for our students, our amazing library, employability and wellbeing support, all the new lecture theatre spaces. It's really fantastic. So we have some work of recent graduates here. So this is Jenny Lynch, obviously graduated during the COVID year, hence the mask. And Jenny specialised in digital design for embroidery. Katie Hill went to work in Bedeck, and Katie did screen print for interior textiles. Mary Morrison, again another digital embroiderer, but Mary is an entrepreneur. She's a freelancer, so she works for herself. And those students gain the confidence to go out and get those careers from our real world experiences, from our paid placement work. We have opportunities with Ulster Carpets, with the National Museums, with Duns, with Hand and Lock, with Douglas and Graham, with Elevation, the Irish Dance Design Company, lots of different firms, and that's growing all the time. And we also have a self-employment placement year too. So what do our employers want? Our graduates are in really high demand for their technical and their professional skills. Employers want graduates who are highly skilled and versatile with practical experience, and our course is really focused on that practical skill. They want people who've got the ability to make decisions, to solve problems through creativity and knowledge, the ability to project manage and work in teams while you develop those skills throughout the course, and the ability to articulate and communicate ideas. So the way we design our course means that everybody gets an opportunity to develop all those skills as they go along. So where are they now? This is Emma McKay, who became a junior designer at Bedeck on graduation. Ryan Kearney graduated from Printed Textiles and he's a dyer at Amazon Studios. Josh McKay is a women's wear designer and he works at Dunnes Stores in Dublin. Niamh McCarthy, who was just awarded Young Businesswoman of the Year, is an entrepreneur, founder of Niamh Designs, and she does the most extraordinary work and sells that internationally. So she set up on her own. Sarah Cathers went down the curatorial and designer maker route and is an artist and a gallery assistant and a maker. Jenny Haslett is a museum manager. So there's a real breadth of experience and lots of opportunities for a really wide range of careers that we're only just touching on here. So our students go into employment, in self-employment, they develop portfolio careers. On all of these opportunities, they go into education. They're all supported and explored throughout the course. Of course, the costume industry for film and television has become a massive part of our course, which we'll be developing further in future years. So many of our graduates go on into the burgeoning film and television industry in Belfast. So that's very exciting. Into costume, into breakdown, into the art department, into dyeing, into the financial side. Very healthy. And I mentioned self-employment. So this is Niamh McCarthy's bespoke business, and she sells all around the world, award-winning, and she's now employing people. So that's a growing trend, and we support self-employment and entrepreneurship hugely. So what do our employers think? This is Tarlac na Blachan, who is the founder of the Inishman Knitting Company. Ulster University Textile Art Design and Fashion course focuses on the practical manufacture of textiles and fashion in their workshops. For too long, students saw designs on paper, but let somebody else make it. Ulster's Textile Art Design and Fashion course is absolutely committed to doing and making, and that's why it's so successful. So if you're interested in the course, that's fantastic, and you need to go to admissions to find out our current entry requirements. Our courses are always under review. We're going through a review at the moment just to make things better and right for the graduate of the future. So keep in touch about that. You can follow us on TADF_Insta, where we all post the most recent things going on in the course. Okay, there's an overview of the course. If you need more information, just go to ulster.ac.uk, study at ulster.ac.uk. And we look forward to seeing an application from you. Thank you for listening.